You might have heard N.Sane Trilogy runners refer to bad analog as a coping mechanism when they play bad. While most of the time this is just an excuse, bad analog is still a thing that exists. The game calibrates your analog when you boot up the game, and this calibration can't be changed in any way. If the calibration is bad, the only way to fix it is to restart the game and hope for a better result. Some people joke that if you are using a PlayStation controller but see Xbox button prompts, your analog will be bad. This is probably the funniest take, but I have to agree that the Xbox buttons are ugly. But what does bad analog actually do? Bad analog causes unintentional movement by either failing to move in the direction your analog stick is pointing or not properly responding to changes in its angle. In my opinion, this is easiest to notice when making sharp turns. Normally, Crash responds very quickly to movement inputs, so if he feels sluggish or unresponsive, you might have bad analog. If you have never experienced a good analog, it might be hard to tell the difference. Experienced runners usually notice it right away, but less experienced runners probably have no idea what to look for. Some people test their analog in Crash 3's warp room by doing back and forth hop sliding, but I personally don't notice any difference with this method. Instead, I have developed my own testing approach. I recommend going straight into sooner or later in Crash 2. In this level, making sharp turns is almost impossible with bad analog, and the issue becomes very obvious. Instead of following the level's natural path, Crash might suddenly veer straight ahead. For example, in this test I'm holding the analog stick in the same direction the entire time, and it looks like I completely lost control of Crash. This happened immediately after I tested my analog in Crash 3's warp room without noticing any problems. If I still have any doubts, I go to digging it to attempt an advanced hole skip. If my analog is bad, this trick is almost impossible. However, testing a couple of times in sooner or later should be enough. One of the weirdest things about bad analog is that it can affect Crash and Coco differently. Your analog might work fine for Crash but still be bad for Coco. This only matters in Crash 3's any percent, where the optimal route requires playing one platforming level with Coco. As shown in the background footage, Crash had bad analog and failed the first turn, but Coco played through the entire level with no issues. As you can imagine, getting a good analog can sometimes take multiple resets. Restarting the game over and over again is frustrating, and spending 10 minutes resetting just to play for an hour can be discouraging. In the background you can see a sped up clip of the game loading just to test the analog once. It takes forever. Luckily there's a better solution. I recommend downloading this level selector tool by ARD. Let's test our analog using this tool. Pretty fast, right? While you are at it, you should also download Crash Helper to make practicing much more convenient. Both links are in the description. I hope this video helps you solve the analog issues. Thanks for watching.